Okay, I am in Indianapolis, Indiana at the Kurt Vonnegut Memorial Library. There's a special event happening today. I'm not going to show much of that. I'm going to show the library that's dedicated to Kurt Vonnegut. Of course, the famous author of Slaughterhouse-Five, Cat's Cradle, and other books. And he's really interesting. So let's go check this out. These are all hand-drawn by Vonnegut, and this is his signature, which represents an asshole. This is from Cat's Cradle. I don't know what it is about Hoosiers, but wherever you go, there's always a Hoosier to do something very important there, which I'm finding kind of true. This is one of Kurt Vonnegut's typewriters that he used during the 70s. I don't know which books he wrote using this one, but there's probably one or two. Vonnegut's father was an architect in Indianapolis. He was taken as a prisoner of war in World War II by the Germans, and he was imprisoned in Dresden and was put underground with all the other prisoners of war. But they actually survived the bombing that destroyed the city, and Vonnegut was one of the survivors, and that experience was his inspiration for his main inspiration for Slaughterhouse-Five. That's his Purple Heart right there. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to be doing an exhibition here.
Yeah. The plant's immune system is trying to get rid of you. Sorry, it's a very small library and it's very crowded right now, so that's why I'm not talking much.
And after all the craziness, if you guys have time to go on the other place. What someone just gave us.
The curator of the library had just got this Nazi medical armband, so this would have signified a doctor, and it was from Dresden, where Vonnegut was a prisoner of war. And I was the first member of the public to see this artifact. This is a rejection letter from 1947. It says that his humor is a little too heavy-handed. This room is similar to his writing space. It's kind of a miniature from his home at Cape Cod. This is amazing. I didn't know this. In 2013, Governor Mike Pence signed Banned Books Week. I'm surprised he doesn't want to ban Vonnegut books. This is one of my favorite quotes. We are what we pretend to be, so we must be careful what we pretend to be. I made some poor choices in what I pretend to be. This is also an illustration of Ice 9, which is a chemical that kind of destroys the world in Cat's Cradle. These are books from Vonnegut's library. Those are some of his glasses and some cigarettes found behind his bookshelf. This is the best bookmark ever. It's controversial words and phrases from Slaughterhouse 5. So that's the Kurt Vonnegut Memorial Library in Indianapolis, here on his birthday, November 11th. And he was born here in Indianapolis, 1922, on that day. And I was here for a reading by the authors of the 6th Journal of So It Goes, which is the journal the library puts out. And so that's why I was here. And you should read this. This is very interesting and insightful, and a lot of good authors. Like